Hello YouTube, this will be just a short intro and then I will follow up with this beautiful display working. I just wanted to show it to you up close. I just received it, unpacked it. I didn't plan on making a video. This is a 6-bit VFD display, so it's pretty old technology. And but this thing just looks so nice. It has a glass front, black PCB obviously. It has gold traces and it's a 5x7 dot display, matrix display. And normally these guys are pretty hard to control because you need high voltage and whatnot. But this one is extremely simple to control because it has SPI connection, and assuming maybe it doesn't need a high voltage, but this one works off 5 volts I think. Let me just look at the view more. Oh, you cannot see it, but I'm scrolling. Okay, and I know now which way the direction is. This way. And I mean, I like nice neat traces, and look at those traces, and it's so beautiful that they are visible. Look at that. I don't know if the beauty will come over in the video, but personal, I mean, if you hold it in your hand, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, I did find a library for it, for a clock, so I do not even have to write code for it, and I might change it around to take full use of those dot matrix LEDs, not LEDs, the high voltage. I don't even know what VFD stands for, don't remember, but anyway, so this is what I just wanted to show you, and I will edit the video of course and make it a full video before I upload it, so don't click away. So if you're still with me, here is the VFD clock that I finished. This is actually a case that I printed as a foot for my other NTP clock, and I had this plastic cover that I saved for I don't know how many years, which might come in handy one day, I thought, and it did. And it does fit right over it. It does not fit into it. But anyway, I might just print a different case with a little bit bigger so it will fit in here, or take a dark tinted acrylic and use that. Obviously, these do have some scratches on it because those are, again, old. I was just saving them. So anyway, let me show you how I did the clock. I'm too close to my phone to see right, but anyway, here I'm just using a short USB Type-C cable which has this nice 90-degree angle, and this is the display. What I wanted to mention is, before I think I mentioned that that it's a black circuit board. It's of course not. It's somehow the back of the glass. I don't know the exact how they do it, but it's like paint and traces, the metallic traces that are on here. And what's different on this display is you have those heating element wires, the thin wires that normally you see above the VFD display. On this one, they are actually behind the glass. So the design has 3 layers of glass, and you won't be able to see it. Well, if you really look closely, you can see it right there. If I put my hand behind it, you will see it better. Those are the heating wires, and since they're behind it, it just makes this look even nicer. Does really look beautiful. Anyway, I did cut down these pins. They were long, not needed. Soldered 6 pins over here, and I am using it with the Xiaomi from Seed Studio. This is the ESP32S3 version, and I took an antenna, made it into a thin roll like that, and put it on here. First I had the antenna glued on the back of the PCB here, and it did not work at all. So somehow it didn't have no reception. So, and then I wanted to have it small, so I made it a small cylinder like that, put it on there, and it works beautifully. And I did solder some pin header here. Obviously the display runs on 5 volts, and this board has 5 volt on the first connector, and then ground, and then 3.3 volt. So I made a small jumper wire. You won't be able to see it, but it goes from that pin to the 5 volt power pin from the USB. And then I rewrote the library. I told you that I found a library with a clock code. I couldn't get it to work at all, so I wrote my own library and my own clock code, and I used custom pins, so I could just use the 4 pins that are on here. They are D10, D9, D8 and D7 to be able to connect it to reset, chip select, clock, and to digital in, which is MOSI or MISO. It's MISO, I think, input. So anyway, and then I just piggybacked these 2 boards, and it fits beautifully back on here. Very small, very easy, not much soldering. And then I just put it into this case, and once I plug it in here, the wire comes out at 90 degrees, and I just drop it in. It stays in there. I don't have to glue it in. I have to find a way to attach this one here, because every time I bump my desk, this falls off. Or, as I said, maybe do another design or cut this acrylic piece to go into the opening here that I have. So anyway, oh, by the way, this is actually 2 pieces glued together. This is the bottom piece to get it angled, and that's the piece that I have, that I also use on my NTP clock that I built, that I designed the PCBs for. This way around, you can see, since I put my name on every PCB that I design, that's me. And this is just for an 18650 battery, and it goes in there. And then this is a standing up version, and I had one with different NIXI tubes that were practically just slid in like that. So that's where I have the case from. And I will put also the link to the STL files in the description, so you can download them from my Thingiverse account. And I just made a ugly opening here, an ugly hole to get this wire through here. So this is a mechanical build, very easy. I mentioned it in the next part that will follow this part. Put link in the description for the display, and I will put links in the description for the ESP module or dev board, however you want to call it. So this is how it looks like, and I will now put all three parts of the video together and upload it for you, and you can check the description and find all the links. So stay tuned, don't stop yet. So here is my finished VFD clock, vacuum fluorescent display, I think. As you see, it has a scrolling date and year, weekday, date and year, and that comes on every 30 seconds on the 30-second mark, and on the minute mark you will see, of course, the digits change, and I did make a rolling effect, which we'll see about now. And then on the 30-second mark, this is all, by the way, ESP32S3 driven as an NTP clock, and it does change to daylight saving times automatically. So all you have to do is input your Wi-Fi credentials and then it works. Oh, I did write library for it. It's controlled by SPI connection, but you have to slow it down because that's obviously older technology and microcontrollers weren't that fast back in the day. So you have to slow it down, and it took quite a while to get it right. I have the library working for the Arduino Uno, aka the Mega 328, and watch now. That was my idea of an animation, of a slot machine animation. Since those are quite old as well, I think it was fitting to have some other animation. So anyway, I was talking about the library. It does work for that Mega and also for the ESP32S3. It will probably work on other ESP modules as well. And you have just 6 connections, plus, minus, SPI, MISO, clock, MOSI, chip select and reset, and then you can build yourself a clock. This ABS enclosure was actually a foot for my other Nixie tube clock that I built, and it just fit in perfectly. And also I had this, let me show you, it's just stuck on right now. I had this plastic piece, it's wider, I just cut it off, laying around for many years. I don't know, it's probably 20-30 years. I never threw it out, and somehow it fit perfectly on here, and the tube and the ESP fits perfectly into this enclosure, which was originally a foot, and that's how it looks like. So if you're interested, I will put the link in the description for the library. You can go to my GitHub. I have other libraries as well, and you can use it and build your own clock if you like. So anyway, this is it. This was, I think, a short video. The first part was only 5-6 minutes, and the links will be affiliate links in the description. I would really appreciate if you click on those and buy something. It will give me a few % commission, and this is how I keep doing this display I bought myself. So, and I'm putting all this work in for you guys. So thanks anyway, and take care everybody.